The main problems were you started talking, speaking in present, then in past. Most of the time you spoke in present without much difficulty, but the problem was that you were supposed to speak in past, using the past. So that was a serious problem, I would say, in all the cases. In some cases, there were very elementary mistakes, like I will write in the chat. For example, things like, I'm like, I don't know, whatever, I'm like meat. That type of combination that you cannot make. I am like is totally ungrammatical. I like meat, yeah, but not I am like. Or something like, I always be hot. This is definitely a very, very elementary mistake. Tarzán puro y duro. I always be hot. And I'm sure that you know that the verb to be is I am always hot. But you're speaking very fast and you're thinking in Spanish, and that is the consequence of that. ¿Ya? Pero lo que estoy diciendo ahí es yo siempre estar con calor. Okay? So that kind of problem. In some of the cases, people mixed up I didn't, I don't. No. This kind of mistakes. I didn't, I don't. Yeah. I go instead of I went. Another one was we were to. We went to that place. We went to that place. We were in that place. We were in that place. Estuvimos en ese lugar. And the other one is we went to that place. Fuimos a ese lugar. Okay? So that kind of, well, the other things were in general were problems of some problems with vocabulary. I mean, but in general, the problem was grammar more than vocabulary and more than pronunciation, even though there were some weaknesses in pronunciation in some cases. But grammar, I think it was the weakest part. I don't know if you have a question, a comment.
I am writing the mistakes.
Okay. So. Yeah. No questions, nothing. Okay. Okay, let me go to the written test. So if you don't mind, Francisco, can I start with you because you're the first on the list?
Yes.
Yeah. In the first, I would say that listening comprehension in general was very good in all cases. So here we have no problem in that part, listening comprehension. Well, here. I know the second one is vocabulary with prepositions. She's a nurse. She works she works at the general hospital. You work at a place, okay? What time does the ferry arrive at the island? You never arrive to, you arrive at small place and you arrive in a big place. I mean, you arrive at the office at the island, but you arrive in the country. But you never arrive to, okay? That was it. In the vocabulary part, it was generally good. Page 3, I would say that here, not in your case, but in, yeah, pay attention in this part, please. I told you this is a letter, this is one letter that is divided. So, dear Ken, how are you? What? Here we have, aquí me equivoqué. Wait, I can't remember the number of. Me acabo de dar cuenta que me equivoqué en esta corrección. Good for you, Francisco. Me equivoqué yo en la corrección de esto. Okay. Recently. It's not what do you do recently. What have you done recently? Because it's what have you done? ¿Qué has hecho recientemente? Yeah? What have you done recently? Okay? What do you do in general? What do you do in life? What do you do? I'm a teacher. What do you do? I am a nurse, whatever. But what have you done recently? Do you understand it, Francisco?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay. Let's, I'm sorry, the same thing. I'm sorry, no te he escrito por tan largo tiempo. Se me fue. Okay. Se me fue la prueba. ¿Dónde está la prueba, maldita esta? Se me fue. Okay, here it is. So, what have you done recently? I'm sorry, I have not written for such a long time. Durante todo este tiempo yo no he escrito. So, I'm sorry, I haven't. Quiero marcar el annotations here. Okay. So, I'm sorry, I haven't written. ¿Se dan cuenta por qué es haven't written? Y no can't write o no otra cosa. ¿Por qué es ese tiempo verbal? En todo este tiempo, desde la última vez que nos comunicamos a esta fecha, no he podido escribirte. Y ese tiempo ha sido largo. ¿Se entiende?
Entonces sería como en pasado, profe.
No, es una mezcla, es presente perfecto, es una mezcla entre presente y pasado. Desde la última vez hasta ahora, I'm sorry, no te he escrito en todo este tiempo. No es no te escribí, porque ahora te estoy escribiendo. Tampoco es no te escribo, porque estoy escribiendo. Es que en este periodo de tiempo no te he escrito. Y ese periodo ha sido un periodo largo. ¿Ok?
So in any case, I haven't write, it's right. It has to be written.
Written.
Because I will say I haven't write. Actually, I think I answered that.
I haven't written.
Yeah, it has to be the participio.
Yes, exactly. No te he escrito, no te escribí. I haven't written. This tense is used, to have plus the past participle. Yes? Catalina?
What?
Is it clear?
Yeah, it's clear.
Okay. Well, let's go on. moved away from Edmonton 8 months ago. Here we have the expression of time. This is definitely past. Me cambié hace 6 meses, o 8 meses. So I moved. Aquí sí es pasado, porque esto pasó hace 8 meses. En esta cosa es absolutamente clave ver la expresión de tiempo, porque eso es lo que me va a determinar si es en un tiempo o en otro. I moved away from Edmonton 8 months ago. ¿Ok, Francisco? Francisco.
Yes, yes.
Ok, y esta combinación was moved nunca podría estar correcta, porque suponiendo que quisiera decir me mudaron de Edmonton, que es medio rara la expresión, pero tendría que ser was moved con ed, y sería como fui cambiado desde Edmonton, pero nunca eso, porque eso es fui cambiar. ¿Ok? Doesn't make sense. ¿Ok? Okay. Then, work in Vancouver since last September. Since we said that when you use the word since, this is definitely present perfect, okay? So, I have, here you have two possibilities. I have been working, or that is the best one, or I have worked. Cualquiera de las dos. In Vancouver since last September. He estado trabajando en Vancouver desde septiembre pasado. La acción partió en septiembre pasado y dura hasta ahora. Okay? Okay, let's see number 23. I work. Miss? Yes?
And can be just work?
No.
No?
No, because of the expression of time. Because since, the point is since refers to the starting point of an action. I mean, if you say, I work in Vancouver now, it's perfect. But since last September, no. But because since tells you that the action started in the past and continues up to the present. Yeah,
Present
and in
perfect.
that sense has to be present perfect. Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Welcome. Okay. Okay. I work as a programmer for a computer company. It is supposed to be one of the biggest. Okay, that is correct. I work as a programmer. That is my routine. That is my job. Perfect. Then I'm always very busy. The work is quite tiring, but I like it. Perfect. I am staying with Linda, a colleague from work right now. The house used to be her parents', but it's hers now. Perfect. I am staying. I am going to buy my own place soon. Flats are more expensive in Vancouver than in Edmonton, and I don't have as much money as I need. Perfect. Here again. I am looking at about 20, no, because you are not looking at the, I mean, in all this period, I have been, sorry, I have looked. I have looked, he mirado cerca de 20. No es que lo esté mirando en este momento. Can you see the difference, Francisco? Well, everybody. Francisco?
Yes, yes, sorry.
Mhm. I have looked at about 20. Yeah, but I don't find, no es que no encuentro, no he encontrado el adecuado, el correcto aún. Esta palabrita yet es otra palabra que es clave y que solo se usa con los tiempos perfectos porque es, o sea, el significado es aún. Todavía no lo he encontrado. Todavía aún no lo he encontrado. So here is, I haven't found it yet.
What if, so it's wrong if you say I cannot find the right one yet.
No, I haven't found. No, the thing is, I haven't found the rights. I haven't found it yet. No. Yet is the difference, Catalina. Yet, since, already. All of these words, these expressions tell you immediately that you must use the present perfect tense because it refers to a complete period of time. It's not a point in a point in time, it's a period of time. Do you understand it?
Yeah, I understand that when you use can, it's more like in the moment.
Exactly.
The other is a period
Exactly.
of time. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, and when you say I can't find it, also it's a different tense, it's a different connotation. Yeah, it's impossibility. Maybe impossibility, maybe you don't have the capacity to do it. I mean, it has a different meaning. And that's why I said only present tenses, simple present, present continuous, present perfect, or simple past only. Can't is not included in that just because of that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Good. Let's see. Okay. Okay, number 29. But I'm still looking perfect. Yeah. Again, here we have the word ever. Ever is also used in questions because ever means sometime in your life. So here what you must use is, did you ever are? No, definitely no. Have you ever been? ¿Has estado alguna vez en Vancouver? Suponiendo que, o sea, aquí el did no puede ser por ningún motivo, porque es como que estoy muerto, así me están interrogando en el infierno. ¿Estuviste alguna vez en Vancouver? Pero no es esa la idea. Has estado, porque la posibilidad que puedas estar en el futuro no está cerrada. So, no puedo abrir esta vaina. Have you ever been to Vancouver? Do you understand it?
Yes.
Yes, not very convincing. Francisco, are you sure you understand it? Have you ever been to Vancouver? Have you ever in your life? Okay.
In which sentence I can use the did?
Did is, did you go to Vancouver, I don't know, last year? An action in the past. When the action started and finished in the past. Fuiste. Can you see the difference between these two sentences? In the second one, I'm asking you about last year. Last year is over, is past. So all the actions are in the past. Did you go to Vancouver last year? There you use did and the verb to go in the past and the expression of time last year. In the other one is, have you ever been to Vancouver? I'm asking you if sometime in your life, if you have ever been to Vancouver in your life. Yes? Can you see the difference?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Miss,
Yes?
and can be, have you ever come?
If you were in Vancouver, yes. But in
Yes.
this case, the verb is to be.
Mhm.
The exercise
Okay.
requires you to use verb to be. Yeah,
Okay.
in some, if you are in Vancouver, you can say, have you ever come to Vancouver? Yeah. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. It's famous because of its worth, but there is plural, is singular. There are lots of other things I like about it. Yeah? There is one thing. There are many things, okay? There is one thing I prefer about Edmonton. Vancouver has very good, too much rain, perfect, no problem. And I was once, no, eso no existe. Eso es gramatical, Francisco. I wanted to go for a walk yesterday. Aquí estamos hablando de una acción definitivamente en pasado, yesterday. So, affirmative in the past, I wanted to go for a walk yesterday, but it was raining so hard, I couldn't go out. I'll stop now. Please write and tell me how you are doing. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Any questions or comments about this exercise?
No.
No? Okay. So this part was weak. Let's see page 4 where you had to write the paragraph. Here, unfortunately, I cannot write. Yeah. I live in San Joaquin district. My neighborhood's name, no it, without it, my neighborhood's name is Villa Músicos del Mundo. And the streets are called like famous musicians of the classical music, classical music. The name of the business Juan Sebastián Bach, where I live. El pronombre yo siempre es con mayúscula. It is a residential area limited by bigs. Esto no existe en inglés. Ninguna característica lleva plural. Limited by big avenues, not bigs. Like Vicuña Maquena, where is the nearest subway station, Rodrigo de Araya, is. Behind those avenues, there are lots of buildings, and de nuevo, bigs no existe, big commercial shops. But into the neighborhood, there are little shops run by families, like bakeries. Aquí tenemos que cambiar, a ver. Bakeries, ay, no puedo escribir aquí. My goodness. Bakeries, EAS, libraries, EAS, and these kind of stores, okay? Aquí tenemos que corregir varias cosas, Francisco, ¿eh? Para empezar, los adjetivos sacándole los plurales. Eso como para empezar a conversar. Segundo, aquí, a ver, déjenme, aquí vamos a notar. Si yo digo el nombre de mi vecindario, my neighborhood's name is, sorry, no. Yeah, my neighborhood's name is, Yeah. Then we have big avenues. Wait. Then behind those avenues, there are lots of buildings. Yeah. Then we have family in singular. In plural, you have to change families. The same with bakery, bakeries, library, libraries. Okay. Okay, Francisco, any question?
No, my problem is that I think in Spanish.
What happens in Spanish?
I think in Spanish and I try write the traduction.
The translation. Yeah,
The
everybody,
translation.
I mean, it's normal that you think in Spanish. I mean, that is your native language. All of us do, except if you're living in an English-speaking country. Yeah, you can manage to change your language to think in another language when you are living in there. But if you are not, I mean, normally you will think in Spanish, in your native language. But despite that, you must be careful when you write some things that are not, you cannot say in the same way, okay? That's elementary things. I mean, something you must keep in mind when you are learning any foreign language, okay? Yo tengo que ver cómo voy a expresar la idea que yo quiero expresar, pero no puedo pretender traducir así en una equivalencia de 1 a 1. No sé si me explico.
Yes, yes.
So you must translate the idea, not word by word, okay? Okay, any other comment or question about this part?
Yeah, I have a question about when to use the instead of have had HAUB? No, HAD.
HA?
I can write it. The had.
Sorry,
Instead of
I must go to the, wait, to the chat.
yeah.
When do you use had and have? Yeah, well, have is in present, had is in the past.
Have is in the, for example, if I say I have been working,
Yeah,
and yours should be I had worked?
no. Well, it depends. I don't know what you mean. I have been working in that place for 2 years. I started 2 years ago and I still continue there. That's the meaning.
And
Yeah.
when do I use the had?
Well, if I say had is in the past. For example, if I say I had worked in a shop before coming to this company. I had worked, no, sorry, no, it's not. Let me change it. I had worked in a shop when I got this new job. There. Here we have 2 actions in the past. I worked in a shop is one action. The other action is I got this new job. But one action happened before the other.
Mhm.
The action that is more remote in time is the one that takes had. I had worked in a shop when I got this new job. So I can say action 1, work in a shop. Action 2, got this new job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and is it right to say like I had been, like to use it like that?
Of course. I had
And what
been
is
working in a shop when I got this new job. Yeah.
and what's the difference between I had been and between those two?
Because I had been, había estado. I had
Okay.
been, he estado.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Do you under-
Yeah, makes sense.
But do you understand it?
Okay. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. I had been working in that shop for 2 years when I got this new job. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Any other question? No? Okay. Well, I don't know if I'm going to go to the other tests. Wait. Galia, is Galia in here? Or no?
Yes, I'm
Yes,
here.
okay, Galia. Do you mind if I show you a test or do you prefer not to?
It's embarrassing that okay.
Okay, if you don't, but if you don't want to,
No. Okay, it's
it's
okay.
okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see, here we have the listening part. The listening comprehension part is okay, no problem. Page 2. This is the vocabulary, this is prepositions. I left my keys in home, no, at home. The word home is always at. Yeah. Would you like to sit in the table? No, at the table. O sea, yeah, you can sit on the table, encima de la mesa, or sit at the table to have lunch. In this case, it's an invitation. Would you like to sit at the table? I mean, to eat with us, for example, to have lunch with us. You sit at the table, but you never sit in the table. It's impossible. Yes, Galia?
Yes.
Okay. Her flat is in the 4th floor? No, on the 4th floor. It's a surface, so it's on. Yeah. What time does the ferry arrive to? No, arrive at. As I said to Francisco, you arrive at a limited place, like an office, an island, a town, and you arrive in the city, for example, you arrive in a country, but you never arrive to anywhere. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So the problem was prepositions in this case. Let's see page 3. Yeah. As I said, what have you done recently? Did you see the correction I made to Francisco? Galia?
Yeah.
Okay.
I see.
So what have you done recently? I'm sorry, I haven't written. Aquí estaba bien el written, también la de más, pero falta el haven't. I haven't written for such a long time. Yeah, I moved away, that's correct. I working no existe. I have been working. I have been working in Vancouver since last September. I work perfect. I'm always very busy. The work is perfect. I stay, tampoco existe eso. I am staying with Linda. I'm going to buy my own place, flats. And I haven't had, no, porque aquí está incompleto esto. I haven't, no he que. I haven't had. ¿Sí, Galia?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I haven't had, no he tenido. Yeah. I look, no. I have looked, ed. He mirado, cerca de 20. Yeah. But I haven't found the right one yet. Yeah. But I am still looking. Yeah. Have you ever been to Vancouver? Has estado. It's famous because of its work, but there are lots of other things. Perfect. There is one thing about Edmonton. Vancouver have no. Vancouver is singular, so Vancouver has too much rain. Yeah. Yeah, aquí cambiaste el verbo de frente. I wanted to go, no went. I wanted to go for a walk yesterday. Yeah?
Okay.
Any questions?
Well, I think my problem was that I was thinking that I have to put one word in the line. So I based my answer in that. So I think was one word and I confused everything, and that's because
okay, yeah.
Yeah,
it was
the
a
mess.
kind of logistic problem.
Yes, I didn't understand well. Yeah.
How to write it well.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, but now it's clear, isn't it?
Yes, sí.
Okay, good. Let's see then the last paragraph. I live in Puente Alto, near Cajón del Maipo. It is a place. It is a place with a lot of attached houses. And beside my house, there is a lot of apartments. Sometimes it is. Yo no puedo tener una frase sin sujeto en inglés. Sometimes it is. We are talking about the neighborhood. It is a noisy place because of the kids that run one side to another, screaming in the street. And also the neighborhood had or has. I don't know. I assume you wanted to say has.
Tiene.
Has a lot of barking dogs. But even so, it is again, it is a good place to live because there are good people living in my neighborhood, and it is a clean place too. One thing that I love in my neighborhood is that we have a very huge park where WH, donde. We can walk and play with my dogs. Okay, this was much better. But be careful with, you can never have a verb in English alone, I mean, without a subject. You need a subject. Okay?
Okay.
Good. Let's go to the, we can do this because you are just 5 people. Mendoza, Santiago. Okay. Your test was quite good. Listening. Page 2. Would you like to sit on the table? Yeah, encima de la mesa. But nobody would invite you to sit on the table. Would you like to sit at the table? It's an offering, Santiago.
Yes,
Okay.
sounds funny.
Yeah.
On the table.
Was in a party.
Yes.
And everybody was drunk. Okay. Yeah. No, but in that, because of the expression "would you like," that's implies an invitation. So there is just because of that must be at. Nobody will invite you to sit on the table. Well, the rest is perfect. Let's see. Page 3. What have you done recently? Good. I'm sorry I haven't written. I moved away. I have been working. I am working as a programmer. That's correct. Also, the work is, yeah. I'm staying. I don't have as much money. I have looked. I haven't found. I'm still looking. Have you ever come? Ay, aquí está. Ya, te la puse correcta. En realidad lo correcto habría sido have you ever been, porque es el reto que te están dando. But okay, it's there are. Vancouver, Vancouver has. Aquí la sacaste con el mano el gato. Here we have. Vancouver has too much rain. And I wanted to go. Very good, Santiago. Yes? Any questions or comments about it?
No, perfect, perfect.
Okay. Let's see the page 4. My neighborhood is nice. There is a big park where people can go for a walk. You have all the score. Play some sports and get the pets. Near my house, there is a shopping mall where there are clothing stores, fast food shop. There is the near my, when you talk about proper names like Universidad de Chile, you normally don't translate proper names. Huh? Near my house, there is a school named Pena and a kindergarten. There are a lot of houses. H-O. This is H-O-U, no H-A-U.
Yes, yes.
This is German. In German, you write with an A. And residential buildings, very good. It was very good. Any questions?
No, miss.
No? Okay,
No, thank you.
good. Let's see, Catalina. Let's see the listening. No, the listening, no problem. Let's see the, no problem. Yeah, she's a nurse. She works at the general hospital. Yeah. You can say she works, at this moment she's working in the hospital, but because she's inside that part, in that area. But as a general thing, you work at a place. Okay. Her flat is is on the 4th floor. Okay. Always. All surfaces are on. The same. What time does the ferry arrive at the island? Don't stand. Yeah. It's okay. Let's see the page 3. Uf, Catalina. Catalina Neira. ¿Qué onda, Cata? A ver. How are you, Catalina? Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I had a lot of troubles with that one.
Yeah, I could see that. But things that you wrote things that are totally incompatible. You can't make that choice of words. What have you done? You can never say have you do. Do you understand why?
Yeah,
No.
now like talking and seeing all of the other tests, yeah, I could tell now.
Okay. I'm sorry, I haven't written. I moved away, perfect. I have been working, good. I am working as a programmer, good. The work is, I am staying with Linda. I don't have much. I am looking. The problem is with perfect tenses, Catalina. I have been looking. Sorry, I have looked at about 20. I haven't found the right one yet, but I am still looking. Have you been? It's famous because of its web, but there is, yeah. A ver, aquí voy a explicar algo. In oral speech, you can say there is lots of things. Yeah. Es como cuando la gente dice, hubieron. People say that, yes. People understand that? Yes, but it's not correct. The same thing happens here. The correct thing is there are, because it's plural. But you can hear people saying there is many things. Like hubieron, the same. Okay? Vancouver has a lot of rain, too much rain. I wanted. Okay? No other questions, Catalina?
No, it's good.
No?
I
Okay.
think I already learned.
Let's see. My neighborhood is closer to the countryside. Countryside is only one word. Closer to
Is
the
it?
country than this. Yeah, it's
Okay.
only one word. It has a small stadium, a beautiful little park where you can take your dog for a walk, and it's pretty calm most of the time. There is not many places. That is, as I said, it's, people use it, but it's not the best way to say it. To go like bars or malls, but there is this hill where you can drive for a few minutes to a lookout where you can see almost all the town and the city next to it. Also, if you like to do trekking, there is some places really nearby where you can do it. Maximum score, good. Okay, so the problem was specifically with tenses, with present perfect tenses.
Yeah, I find it like the hardest thing in English to do.
Always or in this course?
No, most of the time, like in general, I find myself having a lot of trouble with this kind of things.
Yeah. Yeah, we were going to do some exercises to improve that now, after checking the test, okay? Okay. Then Carlos Silva Vildósolano. Okay. Albayay. Okay. Well, let's see. Listening, Carlos. Listening was good. Your listening comprehension is very good in all the students. Okay, he's British, but he lives somewhere on the coast, not in. The same. Would you like to sit at the table? Here, yeah. What time does the ferry arrive at? Okay. Is it okay, Carlos?
In the Great Coast, why is what
Because
was the
coast
answer?
is a surface, es una superficie.
Mhm.
When you talk about a surface like a table, like coast, like an island, you say on. Yes?
All right, I understand.
Yeah. Page 3. Ooh. Yeah. What have you done recently? I'm sorry, I haven't written for such a long time. Yeah, I moved away. That was correct. You didn't have to write everything. I have worked, or I have been working in Vancouver. I am working. The work is very good. I am staying with Linda. I don't have as much money. Looking no existe. I have looked. Yeah? I haven't found. But I am looking. No, I looking no existe eso. I am looking. Yeah. Is ever you? No. Have you ever been? There is. No, there are. Vancouver has. Vancouver is only one, is singular. Yeah. I wanted. Right. Okay. Any question about this part, Carlos?
No, miss, not.
No? Okay. Let's see the last exercise. Here you have the maximum score. My neighborhood is in it's far from the center of the city, exactly. Passage Tabancura, yeah. There are many parks to go out to exercise, as there is also a lot of trade. For example, a market that only on Saturdays, a market This sentence is not complete. For example, a market that is open or something like that. Or market only on Saturdays and Wednesdays. The sentence is not complete there.
Quería decir feria en esa parte.
It's a street market. But for example, a street market, but the problem is that a market that, un mercado que, solo los sábados y miércoles.
Only, yeah, okay.
That is open on something like that. 2 years ago, a supermarket was open 2 blocks away, which allows people not to have to go to the supermarkets only one word, that are 20 minutes away by car. It's a good place to live because it is very quiet and clean, quite good, except for that, well, the sentence is not complete. That's correct. So I can see that the main problems were with tenses. Definitely, and that is the same thing that happened in the oral part. I mean, that the same, I could detect that there. So, let's see, yesterday I uploaded, sorry, a question. When I upload something, for example, to Enlaces or Material Docente, do you receive a notification of that?
Yes, I see the notification.
Okay. Yeah, because I uploaded some material for you to practice that. You don't have to do it with me because you can do it by yourselves. Well, I hope you do it. Let me see. Enlaces. Yesterday I uploaded, well, two lessons with regular verbs in the past. And this is something we could do: past, present perfect, simple, and continuous. Perhaps as this is the most complicated one, we could do it together now. Yes?
What,
yes?
Miss, can you repeat?
Enlaces, present perfect, simple, and continuous.
Okay.
Yeah? Here you have a video where perhaps we can watch the video together for you to get deeply involved in this tense. Yes? Ready?
Yes.
Okay.
So, is your mum home?
No, she's not. She's... Oliver? Where's Mum? I've forgotten.
In Dubai. She's been writing about the architecture there.
Ah, yeah. She's been travelling so much recently, I never remember where she is. Why? What were you going to ask her?
Oh, nothing much. My Chinese teacher has given me some homework to interview an interesting person and translate it into Chinese for Monday. And your mum's been writing her blog for years now, hasn't she? She's already visited lots of places. And hasn't she won some awards?
She's only won one. But yeah, she won a big award earlier this year. Anyway, Oliver's just made some cake. Do you want some? Mum will probably call soon. And if she doesn't, you can interview Oliver.
Oliver? Your brother, Oliver?
Yeah, why not? He's going to be a master chef, you know. He's been learning to make amazing food and he's been practicing his baking too. And he's travelled loads.
Okay, you've convinced me.
Hi, how's Dubai?
Fine, it's good. There's a constant mist of desert sand, but it's an interesting place. Particularly considering the city has only really been here a couple of decades. It was a port for a long time before, but the modern city of Dubai is new.
What have you seen so far?
Well, I've been in the Burj Khalifa, the tallest building, the one in that film with Tom Cruise. It's incredible. And I've eaten at the Burj Al Arab too. That's the hotel that looks like a yacht sail. It is so luxurious. I haven't been to the Palm Tree Island yet. That's tomorrow.
Have you bought any souvenirs? A Ferrari?
No, I haven't had time yet, but I'll bring you something, even if it's only sand.
Okay. Could you notice, I mean, the use of these tenses?
Yes.
Yes. Any comments about it? No? Okay. So we have that, well, the present perfect simple is made by using have or has plus the past participle. Have written, has been, have gone, etc. And the present perfect continuous is the same, have or has, plus the word been, plus the verb with ing. Yeah. So this is to talk about a state or an activity that has a link to the present. Okay. It's quite logical, but it does have different uses. We often use present perfect for talking about something which happened in the past, which is important now. For example, my Chinese teacher has given me some homework. I have the homework to do now, so the homework is still related to my present. I've forgotten, that means that I can't remember now. She's broken her leg. Her leg is still broken. And also we use present perfect with just for talking about a recent action. Oliver's, this is the apostrophe of has. Oliver's just made a cake. Yeah. That's important now because I could have some cake. Yes, that could be the reason, but with just for recent actions, we usually use present perfect. Okay, but why can't I say Ollie's been making a cake? You could, but then the focus would be more on the action rather than the result. This is, maybe you are explaining why the kitchen is in a mess. We use the present perfect simple more when there is a result in the present, like the cake. And the present perfect continues more when the action is important. Okay, so you would say she's been traveling a lot recently. Exactly, because we are more interested in the action than the result. Is the present perfect only used for recent events? No, not at all. We also use it for life experiences, which happened at any time in the past. The person's life, which continues in the present, is the link to the present. For example, she has won an award. Sophie has been to Berlin before. So she could have been to Berlin last month or 10 years ago. Exactly. We don't know when. And it isn't important. If you wanted to say when, you would have to use the past simple. Sophie went to Berlin 10 years ago. We also use the present perfect for actions or states that are unfinished. For example, your mom's been writing her blog for years now, hasn't she? That means that she's still writing the blog now, so the action isn't complete. Yeah. Could I say she's reading her blog for years? No, no. We usually use the present perfect continuous for talking about the length of time. Sometimes goes on for, with phrases like for years, for a long time. What about using still, already, and yet? We use already to talk about something which has been done. And usually this is surprising to the speaker. Whoa, that's quick. That was quick. You finished your homework already. Yet is mainly using questions and negatives to talk about something which hasn't happened. but which you thought would happen in the past and you expect to happen in the future. I haven't had time yet. Have you seen her new blog yet? We use a still to talk about something which is going on longer than you expect. They've been doing things with our computer for ages, but they still haven't fixed it. Okay, do you understand the explanation I'm reading?
Yes, Miss.
Yes.
Okay, well, so here there are some exercises that you can do. I think you can do, this is more complete and more advanced perhaps than what I asked you in the test. But this is the closest exercise I could find. Here you have exercises and you have the answers. So that's why I said that you could do it by yourselves. And then you can ask me all the questions you want. Is that right?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes, Miss. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
Two links that I uploaded, that is simpler because there you have regular verbs, simple past with regular verbs and simple past with irregular, but it's simple past. I think that the problem is not this one. The problem is between simple past and present perfect. So please, I will ask you to do that for next class, okay? And ask me all the questions you may have about it after doing that exercise. Is that right?
Okay, Miss.
Okay. So shall we go for a break?
Okay, Miss, I have a question, but not about the present. No, not about the present perfect. About a term. What is the difference between I got it, I get it, and I got it?
Get is present. Got is past.
Ah, okay. Thank you.
As simple as that. Okay. Any other question? No? So shall we stop for 15 minutes and then we return, okay? Okay. So please, I will ask you to go to your cursos material docente. Material docente. All friends. That's the name of the file. Please download it. Okay, in this material is, I mean, the main objective is to practice in a context, to practice the difference between past, simple past and present perfect within a context, okay? All friends. So, well, here we are going to start with some, we're going to see some life events, okay? So the vocabulary in this part is related to life events, okay? Just a way to warm up. Start work and go to college. Can you do these things at the same time? What do you think? Can you start work and go to college at the same time?
You can do it, but it's going to be really hard.
Why?
Because you have to work and study at the same time.
Yeah, right. You have to be on time in both places, okay? Get used to different things, different responsibilities, yeah? Let's see, what's about the second one? Have kids and get married. Which of these things do people often do first? What about Chile? What do you think?
In Chile, I think have kids first, and then married, get married.
Carlos, can you repeat it, please? In Chile, what?
I think in Chile, it first have kids and then get married. When a shotgun point in the in the boyfriend.
Yeah, people normally have kids first.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what's about number 3. Buy a car and move to a new house. Sorry, I think yes. How can these things make it easier to do your job?
Buy a car.
To buy a car, why?
It's more cheap
It's
than
cheaper?
it's cheaper than move to a new house.
Okay, but how can I mean, how can buy a car to buy a car can make your job easier?
Yeah, it's more easy. Move at the job in car than move to a new house near
Yeah,
at the work.
I think that
it's easier to move, or is I couldn't understand the word you said. Is it easier?
Easier.
Easier to buy a car than to move to a new house? No?
I think that it depends of the job, because if you work, I don't know, being or working at Uber, you need a car, but you don't need a house to work at Uber. But if you can work online, you need a house, but you don't need a car.
Yeah, so it depends on your job.
Yes.
Yeah. Right, and if you cannot work online and your job is far away from home, perhaps there you must evaluate the advantages of buying a new car or moving to a house closer to the place, something like that.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, let's see the last one. Here we have 2 expressions: to start a new business and to open store. What's the difference between these 2 terms?
Open a store is like a physical store.
Yeah.
And a new business can be some business for internet or something like that. So
Right.
needs, yeah.
Yeah, not for internet, on internet or in internet, right?
Internet.
Yeah, you start a new business in different ways. And to open store means to open a physical place, a physical shop. Yes, very good. Okay, all of these vocabulary is related, as I said, to life events. If you go down, here we have 3, this is a timeline, right? Past, present, and future. The idea is that you add 3 events to a timeline of your life, include past, present, and future. Okay? Please do it individually, of course. Okay? Do you understand?
Can you repeat, please?
The idea is that you add 3 events to your timeline, the timeline of your life. This is a timeline, past, present, and future. So add 3 events to your past, to your present, to your future. Yes?
Okay, three events for.
Events, yes. Yes.
Oh, okay.
When you're ready, please let me know.
Okay, ready?
Ready, Catalina?
Yes.
Okay. Tell us about it.
Oh, so the past I put my exchange to Portugal.
Sorry, again, can you speak a bit more loudly, please?
Yeah, in the past I put my exchange to Portugal.
Okay.
In the present, working in my thesis. I don't know if that is an event, but
it is.
And in the future, working in a wine company.
You're going to work in a wine company, in a winery. Yeah.
I hope so. Yes.
Okay. You are not sure.
That's the plan.
Okay, so it's not I'm going to, I will.
Okay, I will.
I will work in a winery, okay?
A winery.
At present, you're working in your thesis.
Yes.
How long have you been working there?
Since 2019.
Since 2019.
At the end of 2019, but
yeah. So a year and a half, more or less.
More or less, yes.
Yeah. Okay. And how much longer do you expect to work in that?
Until next year. It's a really long thesis.
It's a really long thesis, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
for you. Okay. And let's see the past. You went to Portugal last year.
Yes,
How long did you stay in there?
I went for 1 year.
1 year. Okay. And did you stay in where did you stay in there? In at the
I
university?
rented a place,
Hmm?
and I stayed in there.
Okay. Okay. Right. And when did you come back?
I came back on December from last year on December.
December 2020. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, right, Catalina. Good. Who
Okay.
can go on?
What?
Who can continue?
I can.
Santiago.
Yes. In the past, I studied at school.
Mhm.
In the present, I'm doing the master.
Yeah.
And in the future, I will work in a winery too.
Also in a winery. Okay.
Yes.
Let's see. What school did you study, Santiago?
It's named Patrona Señora de Lourdes.
Okay. And
In
where
La
was
Florida.
that school?
La Florida.
La Florida. And what kind of school was it?
It's supposed that was a religious school,
Mm-hmm.
but the subject, religion,
Yeah.
was really poor.
Yeah.
And I think that nobody, nobody was interested in learning about the religion and that.
So nobody cared about it.
Exactly.
Yeah. And let's see, when did you finish school?
In 2016.
Okay.
Yes, 2016.
Okay, right. Good. Okay, Santiago, good. Who can continue? Francisco, can you?
Yes.
Yes? Francisco Ayala?
Yeah. The past, I enter at the university.
Mhm.
In the present, I doing my master too,
Okay.
and my thesis. And in the future, I will work in post-harvest fruit, maybe in a packing or a export, or I don't know.
In an export company, okay?
Yeah.
Right. You entered the university, not enter at, you entered the university. When did you enter the university?
6 years ago.
Sorry?
6 years ago.
6 years ago. Okay.
Yeah.
How long have you been working in your thesis?
I start in the the last year, January, I start the practice work. The practice work.
Sorry, you started last year. You started what?
The last summer, I start the experimental work.
Okay. Last summer you started.
Last summer.
Yeah.
Last summer I started.
The experimental work. Okay.
Yes.
And when are you, do you expect to finish it?
This year, I have the final date for December.
Okay. How do you call that? I mean, when you talk about there is the maximum date to do something. How do you call? Do you know how to call that?
The
deadline.
The deadline. Ah, yes.
Your deadline is December this year.
Deadline.
Yeah, that's a word you cannot forget. Yeah, deadline. Okay, right. Can you please give me a second? I think. Yeah. Okay, Francisco, very good. Let's see, Galia, can you go on, please?
Okay. In the past, I have a break time about
what?
A break time.
Okay.
About like 3 years, maybe. Yes, 3 years. Then in the present, I'm in the university, having online classes.
You are at the university, sorry, at the university.
At the university. And in the future, I hope to have my degree.
I will have my degree.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You said that in the past you had a break.
A break time. Yeah.
So was it a kind of sabbatical year?
Something like that, because I have some problems, family problems, so I have to go out of the university.
Okay. Okay, but did you work during that time? Did you do anything?
Yeah, some work, but not so much.
Okay. Yeah, so it was a kind of sabbatical year. But
yeah, something like that, but not so happy.
No, I mean, sabbatical year means that you don't, you stop doing your usual activities.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't say if it is nice or not. Okay, right. Good. You know how to say sabbatical year?
No.
Sabbatical year. Sabbatical year. Okay, right. Goody, goody. Well, so here we have different events in people's lives. Here we're going to, I'm going to concentrate just on some exercise, not on each one, okay? But here we are going to, I will ask you to read because it's, this is the name of the unit. The Old Friends refers to a website. The Old Friends website helps people find classmates from their school or college, okay? So read the messages on the next page between Luis and Nora and decide which words, we're going to, just read the paragraphs, go to page 3. This is the chat, okay? Please read this, read it, yes? And according to that information, complete what happened in these years, okay? Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5, okay? Do you understand it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead. Ready?
Not yet.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Francisco, are you okay?
Yes, I
Yes. Yes. Let's see. What happened in 2010? Francisco. What happened in 2010?
Lois finished the university.
Okay. Luis and Nora finished college or college, actually. Yeah. Okay, right. Let's see what happened in 2013. Carlos, what happened in 2013?
Luis get married.
Luis, what happened? 2013 is in the past. See what I mean? What is the past tense of get?
Got married.
Okay.
Thank you,
Yes.
Miss.
So Luis got married. Okay. What happened in 2015? Catalina.
I have Luis got married in 2015.
Sorry, wait a minute.
During 2013, Louise was a volunteer in Australia and she was traveling.
Wait. I think I got confused with the dates. Okay, yeah, no, Louis, yeah. In 2013, Louis was volunteering in Australia. Yeah. Yes, she was in Australia working, traveling and volunteering in Australia. In 2015, what happened in 2015, Catalina?
She got married.
She got married, you're right. Let's see 2016, Galia. What happened in 2016?
Nora opened a store, a flower store.
Okay, Nora opened a shop, her own store of flowers, okay? Flower store.
Flower store.
And then this year, what has happened this year? Santiago.
I think that Nora bought a new car.
Okay, she bought a new car, right. Any question, any comments about this part?
I have a question.
Tell me.
What's the difference between I remember and I record?
It's the same. I remember. Where do you have an example?
In the text, say, do you remember me? In the beginning.
Do you remember me? Yes. Do you remember me, Louis Davis? Yeah.
You can say, do you record there? Record me? Do you record me?
Yeah, but it's not very usual in that context. The usual word there would be remember. Do you remember me? Recall is the same as remember. Es como rememorar. A synonym, but it's more usual to say remember here. Yes?
Okay, thanks.
Any other question?
Yes, I have a question.
Tell me.
It's about in the year 2013.
13, yes.
Yes, where in the text say I spent 3 years traveling and volunteering in Australia. And then I started work at Good Togo.
Yeah.
And then in the year she started to work.
Yes. I mean,
but she was traveling, but before that.
Yeah. Yeah. She started work at Good Togo. You are totally right. Yeah, because it was before that. It was between two, I mean, yeah, before 2013, probably 2011, 2012. Yes. Okay. Yes, you're right. So 2010 is when they both finished college. 2013 is when Louis started work at Good Togo. 2015 is when Louis got married. 2016 is when Nora opened her own store. And number 5, this year is when Nora bought a new car. Yes. Yes, I got confused with the dates. Okay, right. Good. Could you see here the use of simple past and present perfect?
That was confusing.
Was it?
Yeah, because they say all together the things that she do. So it's confusing to separate when she do one thing and the other thing.
Wait a minute. If we go to the text, if we go here, okay. Well, I'm looking for friends. That is clear. That is now at this moment. I remember you was in your, no, I'm not, I haven't seen you for ages. What are you doing these days? I think that in this case, it's clear that, isn't it? I mean, I suppose it's clear. I haven't seen you for ages.
Yes.
Yes? Yeah. Would be exactly the equivalent in Spanish would be the same. No te he visto por siglos. What are you doing these days? Like you, I finished college in 2010, definitely passed. I spent 3 years traveling and volunteering in Australia, and then I started work. Yeah, that is definitely everything happened in the past. I've worked there for almost 10 years. So I started working there in 2013, and I still work there. So again, we have another example of present perfect. Yes? Do you understand it?
Yes.
Yeah, then I started a new business. I worked from home and opened my own store. Everything in the past. I've had the store since, again, I've had the store since 2016. That is the moment when I opened the store, 2016, the starting point. That's why I use the word since. Is that clear?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. Are you still with your boyfriend? Yes, I am. We have been married. Definitely, this is the best example of present perfect. This is an action that started 9 years ago and continues up to the present. We have been married for. Here is another expression of time, meaning the duration of the action. Yeah. I have been married since 2015, the same. Yeah, we have 4 kids, present. We moved to a big house. We have lived there for 2 years now. Again, it's totally different from the past, simple past, okay? We want to, we don't have money. We've just bought a new car. Again, is an action that has recently happened, okay? So what is, I don't understand the confusion now, Galia.
No, in the sentence that Luis say in the 2010 to identify the what is she doing in that year.
In that paragraph in particular.
Because she says that was traveling 3 years, and then she changed that she was working in go to go.
But in this text, you can see the 2 tenses together, and this is the way that it usually happens. Let me turn on. Prende la estufa, apaga la estufa. Okay. Okay, so we can see the both tenses in contact. That is the way it usually happens in real speech, okay? Good. Any question about this paragraph? Could you see the difference between the 2 tenses more clearly?
Yes.
Yes, everybody?
Yes, miss.
Yes, okay. Let's go on. Well, here we have the same, we're going to practice that because I think it's, okay. Here we have sentences like, then I started work at Good Travel, the online travel company. I was there for almost 10 years. at first I worked from home, but then I opened my own store. I have the store since 2016. Okay. I will ask you to do these exercises, okay? Choose the best option to complete the information. Here you are given 2 options, okay? This is something very easy and fast, okay?
Okay, Miss.
Okay, please. Ready?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, let's see the first one. Carlos, please.
In the first sentence, we know that Luis is working at Good Togo now.
Right. Is working at Good Togo. Right.
At Good Togo. Okay.
Number 2, Catalina.
We know that Nora doesn't work from home now.
Right. 3, Francisco.
In the second sentence, we know that Nora has her own store now.
Right. Number 4, Galia.
We use the past simple to talk about past actions or states that are unfinished.
Unfinished or finished?
Unfinished.
No.
Oh,
Finished.
finished. Okay.
Because they are in the past.
Yeah, I don't remember what was. I don't remember the name of the, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Number 5, Santiago.
We use the present perfect simple to talk about past actions or states that are unfinished.
Right, unfinished, okay? Good. Well, just to finish with this part, because here we have a review of the word, when to use for and since. I already said that, but these for and, well, for can be used with different tenses, but for is used with a time when the action started, or the period of time. For example, for the duration of an action, that's it. And since the starting point of an action, okay? A time when the action started, okay? So very quick, here we have a list of expressions of time. Let's see if you would say for or would you say since? Yes? Let's do it orally together. Let's see number one. Who can do number one?
Since?
Since 1999, right? Because it's a specific time.
Mhm.
Yes, right. Number two?
4 months.
4 months, yeah, because it's a duration. Good. 9 o'clock?
Since.
Since. November?
Since.
Since. 6 weeks?
4.
4. Tuesday?
Since?
Since. 2 days?
4.
4. Ages or a long time?
4.
4. For ages is an expression. I started my new job.
Since?
Since.
Since.
Right, because it's not only a date or a year, can also be an event. I started my new job. For example, I haven't seen you since I started my new job. It's also starting point. Yes? Do you understand it?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Well, now we're going to go to the oral part, okay? I will ask you to go to the exercise 5, okay? You're going to work in groups, well, in 2 groups. Imagine that you finished college in 2018 and that you used the Old Friends website to make contact with your old classmates. So you have found an old friend and have arranged to meet up with them. Okay? The idea is that we're going to simplify the exercise. I want you to do something similar to what Luis and Nora did. Okay? Talking about what you have done in these years. To 2018, that is 3 years only. Perhaps you can finish, I mean, you can change the date because 3 years is, well, you can use 2018 or you can use another date, another year, okay? Do you understand it?
Okay, miss.
Okay, so
we don't have to use the table under? Yeah, that's one.
there is a table here that, but it will take too, well, if you want to use it here, there is a table that can help you, right? You can invent whatever you want, of course. I mean, the more you invent, the funnier it will be, okay? Perhaps you can, yeah, you can use the table to do it faster. You can invent the year, the work, the trips, anything you want, okay? Yes, but basically I want you to create a conversation where you talk about what you have done in all this time you haven't seen each other. Yes?
Okay.
Okay. I will open the breakout rooms. You are 5, so there will be one group of 3 and the other of 2. Okay. Okay, Carlos, Francisco, and Santiago in one, and Catalina and Galia in another group. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So I am all ears. And where are the girls? I know there are still some seconds. Okay. Now we are all in the main session. Okay, so boys or girls first? Which group goes first? Hey.
Okay, boys first.
Boys first, yeah. Gender equality, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. You can start.
Okay. Hi, Santiago and Carlos. I haven't seen you since 2015. I was in fruit trees class with you. What are you doing these days, Carlos?
Well, after university, I started work at my family home company of fruit, and I have worked there for 10 years. I will buy a house in Rancagua because it's a nice place to live. What about you, Santiago?
Well, like you, I finished the university in 2015, and then I took a sabbatical year. Then in 2017, I started work at a winery here in Santiago. What are you doing these days, Francisco?
Well, now I live in Chillán. I work at packing for export company, and I got married since 2 years ago with my girlfriend, and we have 2 dogs.
Nice. Well, I got bored about living in the city, so I moved to Santa Cruz, where I live since last year, and I started work at other winery, but I want to start my own business.
Wow, it's amazing.
That's
I
it?
think that we're done.
I think that's it, miss.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay, let's see. Carlos, be careful. Don't speak so fast. You hurry up a lot, and then it's easier to make mistakes. I haven't seen you. Seen you.
I haven't seen you.
Yes. Yeah. I haven't seen you and worked. Be careful with the pronunciation of endings of EDs. No worked. Worked.
Work.
Worked with a T.
Worked.
Worked.
Worked. Worked.
Yeah, that sounds better.
Okay. Thank you, Miss.
Let's see, Francisco. I got married since 2 years ago. No. Let's see. I got married 2 years ago. You cannot make the combination of since and ago.
Yeah.
I got married 2 years ago, or I have been married since, I don't know, 2019. But not since and ago, okay? Santiago, where I live since last year. No, where I have been living. Where I have been living since last year. Yes? Since is restrictively used with perfect tenses. You cannot use it with other tenses, okay? Good. Okay, girls, now your turn.
Okay. Hi, Galia. I haven't seen you since we finished college. How have you been?
Hi, Catalina. I'm doing well. After university, I started work at a laboratory till now. What about you?
So after university, I started to work at the working holidays in Spain during the harvesting season of grapes. Did you get married?
I haven't got married yet, but I bought my first car the last year. How is Spain so far?
It is good. I think I'm going to stay for 1 more year, and after I would like to go back to Chile.
That's cool. Do you want to meet up when you come back?
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
That's all.
Okay, good. Okay, tenses were very well used. No problem with that. Okay? Catalina, the pronunciation is since, not signs.
Since, yeah. I keep following with that.
Yeah, but it's since, not signs. Be careful with that.
Yeah.
The last year, I don't know who said that. Last year only, not the last year. And after I will return to Chile, something like that. Then, because it's after something. You cannot say after comma, no. I can't remember the complete sentence, but it's after the harvest, I will return to Chile, perfect. But you cannot say after I will return to Chile. After, then,
okay.
Then, after that, after something, yes?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, guys, good. Any question, any comment? The class today was a bit hard because it was grammar. I mean, like, I know, and it's not the idea to have classes of grammar, but in this time I had to do it because that was the main problem in the test. The idea from now on, next class, is to put all of this into practice, into oral practice, okay? So no more grammar, but I recommend you to do the exercises in order, that you get familiar with it, and it's much more difficult to make mistakes with that. Okay? No comments, no questions?
Okay, Miss, no problem.
No? Okay, guys, hope to see you then next week. Have a nice weekend, as long as possible. Okay? Bye-bye.
Thank you, Miss.
See you
Thank
next
you.
week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you next
Bye.
week.
Bye-bye.